Hello there. This is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another podcast. The mouthpiece comes through everyday practice. And we've all heard about the mouthpiece, right? We've all heard about it. That's when you get the women through that gift of gab, that conversation, just talking to them. Even some people see it as something, a way to convince a woman to get with them, right? Now, of course, a lot of people say, well, I don't have a mouthpiece or anything, right? Or some guys will hit you up, because every now and then I get a guy hit me up, well, what can I say to a woman to make her want to have sex with me? Nothing really. Because first of all, every single woman is different. But you can develop a mouthpiece, because a mouthpiece is just really just conversation. That's it. It ain't some corny line. It ain't some trigger word. Because like I said, it's impossible to have a trigger word because every single woman is different. Every single woman is different. So there's no trigger word. But a mouthpiece is simply conversation with a woman. Seriously, can you sit back and have a conversation with a woman? Now, how do you develop that? Honestly, you really can't take a class for it. Now, I've had some people try to hit me up, well, maybe do something on this or say what to do. You can't really teach that. There's only one way to really develop a mouthpiece. You got to get out there and actually talk to women. And that in just a romantic way. You got to be that type who can have just a regular conversation with a woman and there's no sex involved. You got to flow with it. You can't look like you're trying too hard. See, let me explain, like, if you're trying too hard to say something to seduce a woman, she see right through it. Because first of all, if that's in your mind when you see a woman, you might think, okay, let's say hypothetically, you found one of these con artists or something who say, okay, say this, this, and this to a woman. First of all, okay, you might go say every single thing and it still don't work for you, right? It still don't work because you're not congruent with it. You might be saying some stuff, but then it don't come across. It's like how two different people can tell the same exact joke word for word, but with one you laugh and the other you don't. That's because a mouthpiece ain't just the words coming out your mouth. It's the tone of your voice. It's how you looking at them. It's how you standing and everything. It's how you look, period, right? Because, I've had some people, they hit me up and say, well, Ron, what did you say to that woman to get her? I don't know. Probably just hide something, just flow with it, right? And I said, I couldn't tell you anyway. Because when I approach a woman or a woman approach me, when I'm having a conversation, it's not just the words coming out my mouth. It's my tone of voice. Many women have told me consistently they like the tone of my voice. All right. So that's their voice tone right there. They like that I'm looking them in the eye when I talk. That's something my uncle taught me when I was little. Always look a person in the eye. That's something I stay on my oldest son about. My youngest one, he'll stare you down. But always look at somebody when you talk to them. It's how you standing. And then when a woman's looking at you and she's listening to you, she's also taking in your physical thing. And I've said this before. I wrote this in a blog one time. I said, somebody trying to do exactly or say what I'm doing, I said, it ain't going to work. Do you have almond eyes? Are you a 5'11" chocolate like stocky brother? Do you wear your clothes? Is your clothes going to fit on you the same way? They looking at all of that, right? They looking at all of that. Can they be super calm? I could talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime, any place, regardless. Because I'm super calm, right? So you can't do it like me, but you can develop that within yourself. You can develop that within yourself. But the only way to do it, you got to get out there. And I've said that before, just period. I've said, look, I know there's some people who listen to my stuff, maybe listen to other people and everything, but they're online. I'm like, what good is it going to do? You got to get out there. That's one of those things. You got to get out there and actually talk. And I've said several times, I said, look, if you have some nervousness, start out saying hi to 3 random women a day. Just three random women a day. Don't try to get any sex behind it, make anything happen. You just say hi. Some of those women will just say hi and keep walking. Some of them ain't gonna respond to you. Even then, you said that hi, that counts, right? Start off that way. And then you got to do that for at least 21 days minimum. I'm saying at the bare minimum, and you still need to keep going. But then after you start saying hi to them, as you get comfortable doing that, it'll change how you approach them. It'll change the feeling in your stomach. Then it'd be like, oh, that's easy. Then you can start expanding that. If you're in a like a grocery store, that's one of the best places, really. Like if you see like the clerk, sales clerk look nice, or the cashier look nice, be like, hey, how's your day going today? Right? Very easy. Boom. And she'll say a little thing, get your thing, hey, how you have a nice day. Start expanding that. But then you can start doing that randomly as you going down the street. And honestly, and it's not a quick thing, but as you change your body, change your habits, it get to the point that when you do run into a woman that you really want to talk to, that you want to get to know, you want to holler at her, you can just walk up and it's just cool. You'd be like, hey, how you doing today? And you'll just flow with it. Because another thing with the mouthpiece too, and through the practice, you can talk about different things. In fact, in my book, Nice Guys and Players, I said a guy should read different things so he has something to talk about. And I would just say this, depending on the circumstances, in most cases, keep the first initial conversation light. Or maybe focus on something. Like you might see somebody, y'all in a grocery store or something. No, like I don't know, it could be a furniture store. You just checking out a couch. And you might be like, see somebody be like, hey, how you doing? Yeah, check out this couch. I need something, You ever been on this type of couch before? How they feel? How long something like that. I don't know. Now don't go to some club, like some store and say, well, let me do that because Uncle Rom said to do that. It's like, no. I'm just saying, you got to flow with it depending on where you at. You could be in a grocery store. You could be looking at zucchini or something. Or you could be out just working out or something. I don't know. And part of also the mouthpiece and being able to talk, you got to come off as receptive to a woman saying some stuff. Because see, one thing, in general, women don't approach a man in general, or at least not in a direct way, but they do so if they think you're fine or attractive or they want something about you interest them, they'll do it indirectly. Let me use the grocery store example, zucchini. You might be over there going through some stuff and they'll come over there and say, hey, you ever try this or something like that? It has nothing to do with it. Like I remember one time I'm in a grocery store and a woman asking me where some stuff is, and I'm like looking at her, I'm like, I don't work here. Right? That's what I'm thinking, but I already peeped the game, so I'll just say, oh no, I think it's some stuff over here and all that. And then she started talking about something else. I remember another time a woman was saying some stuff about her daughter who had just passed by me. And you say, yeah, these kids, and I say, yeah. You start talking and stuff. Because one of the things with the mouthpiece, people look for, especially women, when you talk to them, they're looking for a connection, something to connect on, right? Like the grocery store example, you looking at some zucchinis or something, and she might say like it or have an idea or say, hey, you ever try this? Because she's looking for a connection, right? She's looking for something to have in common, so they might hit you on something. Sometimes it might be what you wearing. Or to find out about something. It's a lot to it, but I'm going to tell you, it's a lot to it. Like I said, it's not something that you could teach in like some type of seminar or webinar. You really have to just go out there because every single instance is going to be different. It's never going to be the same. But you got to get out there and practice, okay? So anyway, that's all I got for today. I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.